What's up, guys? I hope you guys are doing really well because I am. Alhamdulillah, I've been really doing really good and doing well. So I hope you guys are doing really good and well too. Now it's been really well since at least I make a breakdown video, but we are finally back right now. And also it's been a long time too since the last time I worked in this office, because usually I just work there, not here, because I don't know, this place is all only for making video, I guess. But here we are. We met each other again. I miss this place and I miss talking in front of the mic, talking about breakdowns. So I got something exciting for you guys today. In this video, I'm going to break down my latest work, my personal project. Is going to be the Datsun 240Z. Now, one thing I would say about cars, well, you can buy any cars that you want in 2024. So many brand new innovations, so many features, modern look, technology, and stuff. But one thing that you can get that in 2024 is history. And one of the history is going to be this car, the Datsun 240Z. It's one of the iconic GDM cars, and if you're car enthusiast, you must know about this car. All right, now this car is one of my favorite projects so far. Amongst the GDM series, I think my favorite part so far the cars that I've made is going to be the Nissan Skyline C10 and then R32, and then after that this one right here. Now I love the Honda XT2, but I think it's just more like it's a K truck, not really like cars in the culture, but still it's still a car. I'm not trying to discriminate anything, but yeah, it is what it is. But today I'm going to break it down how I made this and what is my reference inspiration came from. Now I think for the past month I've been actively reading Speed Hunter's website, so mostly I got my build inspiration about my models from that site, and I'm going to show you my the reference for that specific cars. Let's see here. 240Z, there you go. Now man, time has been really, I actually want to make more videos, but it's just because I have been busy doing my commission work and my clients work, I can't really make this breakdown video, which I really miss. So yeah, right here, let's start off by the breakdown right here. I have two builds that I see on the Speed Hunter's website. This one is the red one, the Shakotan. Really nice build. They don't really give it like a fender flare, but like more going in the original body. But they kind of like do stands, so the car is kind of look lower, and also give it some nice classic camber. And about the rims, they're not using the Watanabe, but it's more like preference. But I personally prefer to give it the Watanabe. But I love this build. The red color looks really nice. It really matches with the aesthetic of the whole car itself. And also for this specific shot, they took it beside the Datsun 510, and I think it's going to be the best. I think like it's just aesthetically speaking, it looks great on each other. And also the other one I got this build right here. This one is the blue one. Looks really nice, looks really cool. And this one has a fender flare. Alright, let's start off by talking about the main body first. Now, as usual, whenever I try to make a new car, especially with my new style, I always try to want to give it some like imagination first, how long the wheelbase is going to be for me. Now, one thing to keep in mind in this car, it's going to be the front side right here. Hold up. This one right here. So, in order to make the wheelbase shorter, you need to make this part still long, then the back side, the rear end right here. And what I did is, I'm just going to show you straight away this part. Start off by cube, obviously. Always going to start with the good old cube, but I don't remember if I deleted the first cube or not. So I'm sorry about that. And then go straight with the classic low poly design right here. Alright, hold up. Let me put it in there. Yeah, so always try to imagine the very first low poly about the car first, just trying to imitate the design from the original scale model and making it look shorter on meanwhile the short wheelbase. Well, also I already have the tires in here from my previous model. I try to put it there to see that the fitment is gonna be right or not. Now after all of this done, is all the left to do is gonna be making it looks like the car while also maintaining the low poly style in it, or low poly topology in it, to make it easier if you want to modify it later on. Now the wheel cut is not really that complicated, but one thing to keep in mind is going to be on the front side right here. The if I would say on the modeling perspective, the modeling style in this car is going to be quite similar to the Porsche cars, especially the 911 series or like 911. You're going to make a hole on the front side for the headlamp cut, and it's not just cut for the headlamp but also this part right here, so the headlamp got like two parts separated from the main body. And also you need to make the hood kind of like match. I don't really know how to explain it, but you get the point. What am I saying? But let's try to see on the number 8. Look, it's actually quite a lot though, to be honest. Now I want to talk about this part right here. Now it's almost quite look like the exact model I want, but I still think that this part right here is still too long. Now if you've noticed my art style, it's been gradually changing for the past 2 years. I used to make it all of my models just look like this, you know, square, boxy look, but now I kind of want to give it more like a length to it, so the wheelbase is not just randomly cut short, but in the way I want to make it make sense too. So it's mini but it still makes sense if people see it. It's still like the original scale. That's my current view, or like my current style, while also making the cabin, the main cabin is going to be higher, the main cockpit. Enough of that, let's take a look on the number 9, because this is where things start to get interesting. Now, after shaping everything to the right place, I like to start giving a subdivision modifier, because I usually work with one subdivision modifier applied after everything of the low poly topology is done. Now, in this case, the low poly topology is almost done. Everything looks nice and clean. The wheel cut, the fender looks really nice and good. The back side, the front side, and also the cut for the headlamp. Later on, I already planned it in here. So here you can see, here's going to be the part where I'm going to cut it later on. Now, the main thing again is that this one is going to be straight cut. So there's no curve in here. How do I do that later on? That's why I apply the first subdivision modifier, and later on I need to cut it straight right here using the knife tool in here, so that the cut is still gonna remain resemblance to the original scale, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at talking as usual, but you know, you get the point. Now let's take a look on the number 15. I think that's too much, man. Yeah, that's already like too long already. Number 13, number 14, I think. Yeah, there you go. Number is just, you know, the number 14, this is the part where I almost apply the first subdivision modifier lever, but I still want to make sure that everything is on the line and nice, make everything look as detailed as possible. And next part is going to be the folder number 15. It's going to be where I start applying the very first subdivision modifier right here. See? Oh yeah. Before that, I'm going to show you the number 2. There you go. This is the part where I'm ready to apply the first subdivision modifier and start working on the high poly from the low poly topology. Now, one thing that I would like to say about whenever I'm modeling about cars, the most important thing is just about making sure that each line and curves done correctly and nicely, so there's no random stuff in there. At least that's what I've learned from my experience working on 2 years in this industry. And also, slowly, gradually, you want to increase from being low poly to high poly, so you can have more detail to put or cut later on. Now, in this part, I already make it like apply the first subdivision modifier, and I add more subdivision modifier to make it. Did I just write? To make it more smooth, to make it smoother or more smooth. All right, whatever. This one right here is going to be applied, and if not, you're going to see it like that. Already cut the front side, the back side. Now, one thing that I said earlier is that to make the cut straight, but that's not the case. Usually, I just go with the flow. If the flow tells me this, then I need to make it curve, because at the end of the day, this is my style. I'm not trying to replicate the original scale model. I'm trying to making it in the Auhapwrd style, so it is what it is. After everything is done clean, this is actually my favorite part too. I just cut everything accordingly. I haven't cut the rear window, windshield, and later on I'm going to give it bumper and etc. and etc. Now let's move on to the folder. I think still number 15, but number 15. Now here, as you can see, already start cutting everything. Looks really neat, but I haven't cut the backside first because when you see it right here, hold on, where's the backside? There you go. You see that the front hood or front hood, what? The back trunk, it's connected to the backside. I don't know how to explain it, man, but it looks like this. So in order to be able to do that, I need to cut for the main tail light placement first and then cut the trunk later on, if that makes sense. Right, moving on. That's why on the next page, number 16, 17, what? Yeah, I did that. Already make the bumper too, and I haven't cut the back side. Okay, I'm focusing on the front side then, apparently. Alright, moving on again. Number 17, I think, 18, whatever. Number 6 on the folder 18. There you go. This is when you cut it and then make it looks as natural as the original scale model. Looks really nice. Looks really clean. I haven't even worked on the rims yet because I just cannot really decide what kind of rims I want to put on my model. But later on I decided that I want to put the Watanabe because I think that looks really nice matching with the car. Now moving on to the next one, it's gonna be where I start working on the detailing. Detailing is quite boring, but I love that part because it puts the whole car nicely and make everything looks even more detailed and nice. I mean, obviously, duh, but yeah. I'm sorry, I really like talking, man. But I don't know what am I talking about. What? Then stop talking then. I know. I'm sorry. There you go. This one. But turns out at the end of the day, I kind of want to inspired by this right here. You know, some people like to just remove this headlamp cover to make it looks more visible on the original headlamp on the front. I'm sorry. I need to breathe. Take a breath. Come on, man, you can do it. Okay. Now, the headlights is going to be circle like this one right here. Very simple, straightforward, nothing more, nothing less. And keep for detail for the screw on the front side. And then the hood already done too. Make it look really nice and clean. And after that, I usually work on the interior. Well, that includes working on the seat. And then on the wheel, steering wheel, and etc. etc. Look, I already put the wheel. I think I'm using this wheel from the previous model, the C10 Scarlett, because I already made the Watanabe wheel on that one. So next part is going to be the 21. Number 2, this is where everything is done. Looks really nice. I think it's really look really cute. And lastly, I just need to make everything looks clean on giving it light and giving it some, make it live, I personally really love this. Turns out everything looks really nice and clean. You kind of want to see like this part right here. That's why I put crease, because on the car itself it's not really visible, but once you take a look closely on the back side, there's a subtle line in here. That's why I put a crease in here to make it, to kind of replicate that lining in there, so it looks really nice when you put light later on. Like if you want to see it on the mat cap, it's gonna look like this. See right here, it looks visible, looks really clean, looks really nice. So yeah, guys, I think this is going to be one of my favorite projects. Now the next project that I'm working on is going to be the Datsun 510. And after that, I think I'm going to close the GDM series currently at the moment, because I need to work on other cars too. But yeah, if you like this series, you can let me know in the comment section below, and you feel free to share your thoughts or your what do you want to see next on the next video. But as for that one, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Stay forward. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.